Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody. Wherever you are in the world, this is Mr. Shakespeare here on the 5th of September 2022. I'm here with remote viewer and psychic medium Liz Cross. How are we doing today, Liz?
Doing great because it's a holiday. And also, just to announce that Shakespeare and I got a hit on the new Prime Minister of the UK. We did such a great job. You asked the right questions. Even before I knew who was running and in the run-up, I said it was going to be a female. And then further on, you asked me at another time, is Liz Truss going to be the next Prime Minister? And without a shadow of a doubt, yes, she is. That just took place yesterday. So we're going to put that one in the hits column. And we also, that means that our probe last week, which is Liz Truss as Prime Minister, where we moved her out into the future and got feedback, that was accurate. So well done, Mr. Shakespeare, for asking those questions.
Okay. But it wasn't decided yesterday, it was decided today. But yeah, apart from that, yep.
Oh,
You're right.
There you go. Today, yesterday, hey, it's still a hit. And it's a hit.
I know it's a hit. Yeah, it's a big hit, but it was today, not yesterday. Anyway.
It is a big hit. So well done. Congratulations. Drinks all round. That's if the pubs stay open after the energy crisis. Oh, gosh. Okay. So Prince Charles, I know that we have a lot of people that love the royal family. Take it away, Mr. Shakespeare.
So we need to, have you got a connection with him?
I do.
How's he doing today?
He's not doing well. He's a worrier. He's a worrier. Yeah. That's coming through very strongly with his personality. He worries.
What's he worried about?
What are you worried about? The crown. He's worried about the publicity. He's just worried in general. It's his duty to make sure that people love the crown, that love the royal family, that they put on this wonderful display all the time. They're for the people, and he worries.
Okay.
And also, Harry and Meghan are there.
Yeah, I was going to come to that. What does he think of Harry and Meghan, what they're up to?
What do you think of Harry and Meghan? He feels extremely betrayed. These are his own personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions. For those of you that are new to this channel, we are doing a mind probe. It's a style of remote viewing that I use that goes into the truth meter of a living person. Now, his exact words coming back where he is feeling extremely betrayed.
Okay. Let's drill down a bit more. In what way does he feel extremely betrayed?
What way do you feel extremely betrayed? Okay, we told Harry not to marry her. We knew this would happen. This is why we don't like outsiders. Unfolding just as they had anticipated. Are you bracing yourself, as the UK papers had yesterday, somebody asked me to do this probe, are you bracing yourself for impact? Hell yes, were his exact words. Hell yes.
Okay. So he doesn't see a good outcome with this marriage then?
Do you see a good outcome with this marriage? No, she is hell-bent on destroying the royal family. It's giving her publicity. This is how she's going to make a name for herself. He believes that this was her overall plan in the first place, and she is now starting to succeed with that. She was absolutely a nobody before she met Prince Harry. And he's very angry that Harry is allowing this to be destroyed. He's very misguided. Harry does suffer from anxiety and depression. He always has, probably always will. And, he blames us for this anxiety and depression. Of course, life was not easy. However, we tried the best that we could for him. He certainly did not want for anything. But I'm saying, well, yeah, he kind of did. He probably wanted love and, respect. But to Prince Charles, he's saying, well, we did love him. But maybe, as I've been doing the CTT for so long now, you can say, I love you all the time to your children. But if you actually don't actively show that love by affection, by doing things, by being excited by them, by listening to them, that bond becomes severed. And then that child becomes empty. And then they turn up to Liz for me to come in that they've gotten themselves into. So, no, he did not receive the love that he should have, which is why he is so vulnerable, and Meghan feels a void for him. So what else would you like to know?
Does he feel he's given his love, or the family's love, equally to Harry and William, or has one been favored over the other?
That's a good question. Do you believe, in your opinion, your thoughts, feelings, opinions, do you believe that you shared your love equally between William and Harry? No, he does not. William obviously received much more attention from the entire family. William was obviously very nurtured, very molded into who they need him to be. And that was because he spent a lot of time with the Queen. Okay. Harry did not have that ability. Therefore, he was pretty much left to his own devices. He could devices. He could basically, run his own life. He had a very separate life to William. Harry could make his own opinions. He could have his own choices. But obviously, now in hindsight, he believes that he should have been the same with Harry because he is on a path of destruction.
Why were they not on the? Sorry, why did he not give the same? I mean, it's easy to say now that he didn't, but why at the time? Was it a conscious decision? What made him favor William over Harry?
Made you favor William over Harry? Because William would be king.
Right. Okay. So it's
That's,
almost, yeah, well.
And I mean, that's true. That's true. I know that's true. Everybody listening knows that's true. Everybody in the world knows that's true, right? And unfortunately, there's always been a lot of sibling rivalry. And it's the type of sibling rivalry. So, when you have siblings that are extremely competitive and one tries to outdo the other and blah, blah, blah. So no matter how competitive Harry became, no matter what he did, it was never going to match the fact that his brother will be king of the UK, king of England, right? It never was going to, well, no matter what he did, it was never going to live up to that. He could never outshine his brother, come hell or high water. So therefore, at a very young age, Harry gave up in life, right? He didn't care about school. He didn't really care about the family that much. He felt very rejected. And I feel like he got into drugs, which I think that's a known fact anyway. Got into alcohol at a very young age. And he's constantly feeling this void. Well, here comes Meghan. And from what I'm seeing is Meghan comes in and is like, down with the family, down with the Queen. Who gives a damn about these people? Who cares, And so she, excuse me, in true narcissistic style, told Harry everything that he wanted to hear, hook, line, and sinker. She's a very pretty girl, as we all know. She's beautiful. And so he was suckered in. Now he's on a path that he can't even get out of, right? He doesn't want this to happen. He doesn't. And I've got Harry here, and I'm actually getting this information from Harry. He realizes his mistake, and he does not know how to get out of this now because he tries to sever this with Meghan. She is going to absolutely destroy him and the entire family, drag them through the mud. He doesn't know how to get out of this. He's actually seeking legal advice to get out of this. He's very worried. His family don't want anything to do with him. They're all terrified of her, anything that they say around her. So therefore, Harry has now got to unravel this mess. It makes sense, doesn't
Harry
it?
divorce her?
you want to get it? He does want to divorce her. He realizes that he's been duped, he's been had, and that he is, she's just using him. He absolutely realizes that now.
Okay, but I mean, he's not the first person to marry the wrong person, and he's not the first person to end up getting divorced. I mean,
well, that's true. However, this woman, Meghan, as he calls her, he has a Mexi, or he has a nickname for her. He's telling me this is going to cause, damage that is beyond repair. With Diana, the damage could be repaired, and it was, but it took a long time. This is damage that is not going, you cannot stop a narcissist, right? And I know this from doing the CTT, okay? I have worked on people that are in relationships with these narcissists, and you hardly ever win. In fact, they come in to fix the relationship, right? We're doing CTT on behalf of their relationship, and they realize that the person is so twisted that the only solution is for them to leave the relationship. They understand the full, scale of the relationship. And then, you have the problem with the flying monkeys. Now, anybody that knows about narcissism and the flying monkeys, which is exactly what Meghan will employ, the flying monkey reference is from The Wizard of Oz, when the Wicked Witch of, I can't remember if it's the East or West now, whichever one, and she gets her monkeys to go and set upon Dorothy and the Tin Man and the Scarecrow and everybody else. Okay, so that is where the term the flying monkeys comes in. Meghan will bring these flying monkeys in at full scale. So for instance, Harry knows this now. He knows that if he breaks off this relationship, and he knows he has made this massive, massive mistake, that she will be on every television show. She will be in every newspaper. She will be giving interview after interview, paid millions for podcasts, paid millions for book deals, giving all the royal secrets, giving an in-depth analysis to Harry. She will not lose, okay? So like you said, yes, people have married the wrong people. Of course, we all know that. But this is a unique situation that will absolutely destroy the royal family. And he was told time and time again not to marry an outsider, but he did it anyway.
Okay.
I think that gives us a better picture on what the hell's going on. I really do. At least we know that he's come to the conclusion that this is a huge mistake. And he also knows children. And she is, a very dangerous person. So going back to Prince Charles and Camilla, let's ask this obvious question. Does color have anything to do with this? No. I've heard this time and time again. People have asked me to probe the royal family about color. And, I've never got that they were against her because she was mixed race, or, whatever, her dad and her mom and all that. They were against her because of the toxic family and the toxicity that she brought to the palace. She bullied the staff, she treated people terribly, and everybody just tolerated her because at that point they realized how dangerous she was and how dangerous her family. And they became too tolerant for too long. Now it's backfired on them, and they should have been heavy-handed about it all. Instead, they were trying to, kill her and kill Harry with kindness. You catch more flies with honey, right? That was their philosophy, and it has completely backfired on them. They don't care what color the baby is. They don't care what color she is. What they care about is their namesake and whether or not She is going to trash their family, which that has already started, and she's making a fortune out of it. And by the way, that's not Harry's money. She keeps her money very separate from his. Harry won't see a penny of that money.
Right, but if it was a divorce settlement, then it would have to be disclosed because they're married, wouldn't it?
Yes, but don't forget, they would get divorced, and right, because then she's going to go on every interview. I feel like she would have her own clothing line. She's going to make her own products. She wants to be a massive everyday household name by creating products, creating a company. She has ambitions of being a multi-billionaire. In fact, she wants to be one of the most powerful women on the planet. And she's not going to stop.
Okay. Well, we should do another probe to see if she achieves her goals then, shouldn't we?
You know what? We should absolutely do that. I think that would be very interesting. It's a shame because I think a lot of people were, trying to adopt Meghan Markle as the people's princess again, just like they did with Diana. Kate was very molded, refined. With this one, unfortunately, you can't tame her. She has her own agenda. Let me pull her in. Do you actually love Harry? Okay, so the question was, do you love Harry? The answer I got back was, I love what he can do for me. And again, typical narcissistic behavior. You only loved as like what you're able to do for that person right then and there. You then are completely disposable once you stop being useful. And again, if anybody wants to sort out their narcissistic husbands or wives, come see Liz. Come book a CTT session. It's really quite profound. That's how I know so much about this stuff. So yes, CTT session, psychiclizcross.com. Any other questions, Mr. Shakespeare?
Nope, that'll be it.
Wow. And the reason she's a narcissist is because of the lack of the love from her father, not growing up feeling very loved. And I'm saying, but I thought you and your mother were close. And she's like, we are now. But I feel at that time, this was the way she found herself to, become accepted. Well, listen, textbook narcissist. And let the hate comments begin. Those of you, but please read about narcissism before you start making those comments. So this is exactly what's going on here. Poor Harry, he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's in a pickle. So, well, thank you very much, Mr. Shakespeare. This has been entertaining. I think the crowd will love this one. I certainly do. And, long live the Queen. Should we start singing the national anthem at this point?
I don't think that would be necessary.
No. You know what? Being over here, those of you that have been following me for a long time, you know that I'm British, right? And I have to admit, Mr. Shakespeare, when we're watching up coming up and you see the England team going out there and you're just like, oh God, please don't embarrass us, right? And then everybody breaks into God Save the Queen. We all do shed a tear. So there you go. So thank you very much.